Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today, I do have some new products from MelodySusie. I promise you I will never skip out on new opportunities to try MelodySusie products because MelodySusie is becoming one of my favorite brands to use. I know they send me a lot of drills, but like I said, I will never pass the opportunity because their drills just get better and better. Like, they never disappoint. So I was really happy to unbox these products. I have had them sitting for a while, just like all of my other PR, and this was definitely a package I couldn't wait to actually get to and unbox. So as you guys can see, I do have two boxes here. The first thing I'm going to be showing you guys is their new limited edition S series drill. And I love how the boxes look. They look really minimalistic, just really simple and cute. So let's just go ahead and get into it. As you guys can see, once I lift up the top, this is what comes inside of it. It comes with the warranty card and a thank you note. You can scan the QR code, and it also shows like just ways you can contact them, their social medias and stuff. And then of course there is the instruction manual, which shows you basic safety instructions and the functions of the drill. And then of course, for like the little set of drill bits, they also come labeled in this book. If you were interested in wanting to know which one is which or what the names are, they do come labeled inside the book. And we get a little bit more in here. There was definitely a lot more in here than I expected, especially for this to be a drill. So we also have like this little velvet bag. It is so cute and so soft. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it yet or what they intended when putting this in there, but I probably would be putting like my chargers, because I am starting to get like a lot of chargers for my drills and like charger blocks. So just to have them out the way and like neatly put, I probably would end up using that for like my extension cords whenever I have to plug up my drills and stuff. We also get a cloth which has a MelodySusie logo at the bottom right corner of it, and it's pretty nice. I don't know again what they intended, but I probably would be using this for like to wipe down my phone screen and stuff whenever I file, or like after I file if there's like dust over it, or just to keep my drill clean in general. And then again, something else I have never seen ever when unboxing or even watching a drill unboxing video, I have never seen them include stickers into it. So this was definitely different to see, which I liked because they did include a lot more than just the drill. So it just feels like they went a little above and beyond to include more goodies into this package. Not only do you get the drill, but you get some decoration for your nails as well. And as you guys saw, all of those stickers were just some simple hearts. The next item that's included are these small sanding bands for the mini mandrel drill bit. And if y'all been paying attention, I don't think I've ever used a big sanding band like since I got the smaller ones. They're just really convenient, and honestly I like them a lot better for cuticle work, prepping my gel X nails and stuff like that. So I just feel like it's really convenient. And then we get like the charger piece, the cord to connect the drill, and the hand piece. We also get a charger block, which I was pretty excited about because a lot of packages don't really come with like charger blocks. So again, that will be going into my little baggie with all of my MelodySusie chargers and stuff. We also got a bag of sanding bands, which is for like the normal size mandrel drill bit. And then we also have this 6-sided file. I think this is more for like natural nail prep because it almost feel like those 2-sided shine buffer things that used to be like a thing that a lot of people used to use. And just more accessories. Of course, we have the piece that clamp onto the side. I actually found those really helpful, especially keeping my hand piece and the actual drill together. So I do like to clamp that to the side. The next thing I'm showing are 3 drill bits, and I don't know the name of these drill bits. You would think this long, I've been working with drill bits this long and I still don't know, so please don't come for me in the comments. But I do like the first one because it does have a round top, so I like to use that one around my cuticle area. And when I use it, I can get really close to my skin, and since it is rounded out, it won't like cut me or like nip anything. So you will see me going in with those a lot, especially around my cuticle area. We also got a ceramic bit. Those I feel like are really dangerous around my cuticles, so I do try to stay away from them. unless I'm just like trying to debulk something that's like really lumpy, or I just really need to like, you know, file something down. And then the last one you saw was the small mandrel drill bit, which they included in pink, and it's so cute. I did have one already from them, but it was just like a plain silver, but this one is so much cuter, and it also matches with my drill, so I definitely love that. The last thing I'm showing here is a two-sided brush. I definitely thought this was something different in the bottom of the box. I can't remember what I thought it was, but when I picked it up and took it out of the plastic, I definitely didn't expect it to be like a mini two-sided brush. But one side was like really soft, and then the other one was almost like made of metal, like it was really prickly, and I'm not sure what that's used for. The only thing I could assume it's used for is to like clean off my drill bits. Whenever the little grooves get really clunked up with like the dust and stuff, that would be really helpful to get all of it out. Feel free to correct me in the comments. It didn't come like listed in the manual or on the box or anything, so I was pretty unsure. So if you know what it is, definitely feel free to mention it down below. But that was basically everything that came inside of the box as accessories or attachments and stuff. Now we can get into the actual drill. So I showed you guys the handpiece, and it's pretty standard. It does come with the lock and unlock feature, and it has some really nice weight to it. That's something I always look at when it comes to drills. Like, you can tell if it has like nice weight to it or if it feels cheap. And I have never had that problem with a MelodySusie product ever, because like I said, all of their products are amazing. And this is how the actual drill looks. It's really small, really compact, and really cute. I like the style of it. I know a lot of people like to display their drills on their like desk area, because I have mine's like right beside my nail lamp, and if you don't have a big space, this would be a really nice drill because it doesn't take up too much space, and it's small. But don't get me wrong, she is very powerful. But before we get into all of that, I did just want to show you the display and how it works. So basically, you turn the knob on, and it has a max speed of I think 35,000 RPMs. The LED screen displays the battery, and mine came fully charged. I didn't plug in the charger or anything before turning this on. And then it also has this pause and play feature, which I really like, because sometimes whenever I'm filing, I like stop to like do something, take a call, or like just, you know, like I want to pause, but I don't want to turn off the drill completely just to stop. So the pause button, it just allows me to pause my drill without having to try to turn it back on, turn the knob to the exact speed. So I don't know if that's like probably too much, but to me personally, I really like it. And then of course it has the reverse and forward feature. You just press the button, and I did notice this was pretty similar to the drill that I just got from them. Again, I don't know all of the specifics on what's technically different, or you know, different from this one or the other one, but I did give you guys a size comparison, and pretty much it does look very similar, almost identical, just the colors are different. And the only thing I noticed that was different was like the little cord that you plug in to connect the handpiece and the actual drill. On the newest one I had, it was like a 2-prong thing, and then on the other one I unboxed, it was just like a 1 circle type of plug-in. Like, that was the only difference I noticed. And I'm pretty sure both of these drills goes up to like 30,000 RPMs, and they're really powerful. So yeah, appearance wise, they look almost identical, just the colors are different. But I will tell y'all, this new drill, like, I don't even know how it's possible to get better in a drill after I just spent so much time complimenting the last one. But this new drill definitely like topped it. I don't know how. I don't know if there's even a difference, but this one definitely felt better, and I will get to it whenever I'm like actually using it, because I do have to unbox another product, and this one I was really excited for. This one is going to be a lot simpler than the last unboxing, but this one is their Hpro dust collector. Now y'all know I've been using my MelodySusie dust collector just about in every video you see me filing. Unless it's a 𝑭𝒃𝒃 video, I'm always using my MelodySusie one. If I choose the MelodySusie over the 𝑭𝒃𝒃, and like no shade, the 𝑭𝒃𝒃 is supposed to be like the best of the best, but I just choose the MelodySusie dust collector over that one every single time, and that's just how much I like it. Like, from the beginning, it's the dust collector I started with. I actually bought my own dust collector from them a white one on Amazon, and then they sent me the pink one. So I was really excited to try this one out, especially with seeing how much they improve their drills each and every time. Just gets better and better. MelodySusie is definitely like a go-to brand when it comes to the electronics. I have never had a problem with my products not working. They stopped working. Like, I have never had any issues, and you can just tell in the quality that these are definitely worth the price. But this is how the dust collector look. As y'all saw in the packaging, it did only just come with like the outlet piece and the instruction manual, which shows you how to like work it, the functions and everything. Also in the manual, there's like this little section where if your product was to ever stop working, it will tell you basically how to fix it, or like a possible solution to fix it. So it would say like, if this is happening to the drill, you can try this. So they are easy fixes. However, if it is something wrong with the dust collector that you just can't seem to get it to work, then you can feel free to contact support and let them help you out. But for the most part, this is how the dust collector looks, and I just love how cute and small this is. I was kind of concerned if it would actually like do the job because it is super small, but I will tell you now, it did pretty much do a really great job when I used it. So the top of it is like this little magnetic clamp piece, so whenever you do have to change the filters, you just pop it up and pull like that little piece on the filter. And I did notice that these are the same filters I use in my other dust collector from them, so there's not nothing special that you need for this new one. And I really like these filters because they have like really deep grooves in them, and it takes a while for them to get full, so you don't have to change them as often as you would any other dust collector. And that's what I really like. And I do get my filters from Amazon. I think there's like 3 in the pack for $20. And like I said, you can change them as often as you like. Also, they are reusable because I just like to like, whenever there's not really a lot of dust in there, I just kind of like to pop out all of the dust and put it right back. So with the filters, I do get a lot of usage out of them. I don't spend too much money on replacing them, so I really like it. And yeah, so this is just a size comparison to my older one. As y'all can see, there's a huge difference, and I really like that it's small because whenever I'm working, there's so much stuff going on, like stuff everywhere, and everything is just so big. So to upgrade in quality but downgrade in size, I just think that's a major benefit. And I didn't really mention it when I was showing it because it was going by a little bit fast, but this dust collector is a low noise dust collector with 3 different speeds. So it has a low suction, medium suction, and a high suction. Also, it has large ventilation holes on the back, underneath it, and on the sides, so it doesn't overheat whenever you are using it. So definitely it is pretty efficient, and I cannot wait to try this out. And I didn't really get to let y'all hear it because I was listening to a crime documentary when I was filming this unboxing, and I had my air on because it was pretty hot, so you won't be able to hear it. Even if I like turn up the noise from the original sound, you won't be able to hear it alone. But when I used it, it was pretty low for it to be this powerful and small. I think it was pretty low for the most part. It just felt like really smooth, like there wasn't nothing really forced about it, if that makes sense. So I did really like it. And before I test it out, I did want to do like, I know y'all seen the turning the dust collector upside down with the Kira Sky ones. I just couldn't help trying it with this one, and as y'all saw, it did hold on pretty good. I had it on the highest suction. So yeah, for the most part, I think the suction is gonna be really great whenever I start to use it. And I just can't wait. So yeah, that's basically the unboxings of both of the products I had to show from MelodySusie. And you can use my discount code if you are looking on the website. If you are interested in trying anything out, feel free to use my discount code, which is KEY12, I believe. I always get them mixed up, but I will have the code on the screen and also my link down below that leads you straight to the website. I don't get any commission from them, but you guys do get a discount if you use my code. So feel free to use it. Get yourself something that you will love, because I love MelodySusie products. And yeah, that's just that. So let's finally get into the video. As y'all can see, I am starting off with my new drill with the new small mandrel drill bit and the sanding bands, I'm just going around my cuticle area and removing that shine from my natural nails. Like I said, I love to use this drill bit when doing this because I feel like it's a lot more efficient. You can get in those really small areas, and I don't know, I just like it. So yeah, I am doing that, and that's basically gonna be all of my nail prep for today because I didn't really need to do much. So today I did see this set on Pinterest that I wanted to recreate, and they are duck nails. So I'm going to be taking some coffin tips and turning them into duck tips. I have tried this one time before, and this has been my favorite method when it comes to duck tips. I do have some actual duck tips, but I think those are just way too curved, and it makes it hard for me to like file on the sides, and I don't really like the outcome as much compared to these here I'm using. Like the sides are just straight, so whenever I get to that filing part, I don't have to like try to make them curve, if that makes sense. Like I can just file them straight. And the way I'm using these coffin tips is I'm turning them upside down, so when I measure them, I'm not gonna be measuring them like getting the size I normally would. I am just kind of sizing them out, basically like putting them against my nail tip and kind of measuring out like the length I want. And for that length, I'm gonna pick the nail tip that actually fits like from sidewall to sidewall, if that makes sense. You can pretty much see what I'm doing, and I did that for all of them. So this part was kind of tricky because like I said, I'm not getting the actual sizes I would get because I'm not going to be gluing that part onto my nails, so I most likely sized up for all of them. And then once I get all of them picked out, I'm just gonna cut them around the length that I want, and then I'm gonna be applying them to my nails. Once I got all of them situated, I'm going to be attaching them to my nails using some of my not polished matted top coat. If you want your nails to last, I doubt you will want to go in with the matte top coat, but I just used it because it was right there after I finished putting on my peel off base. So yeah, I'm just putting a little bit of that gel right there where I want to glue it on, and just glue them basically how I would do any other normal tips, but of course I'm going to be gluing them on backwards. And I'm giving them flash cures for now just to get them applied, but once I get all of them on, I will be curing them in my bigger light for 30 seconds. Before going in with my application, I am going to take my drill and just file over where I glued them on, because like this is normally a step I would skip. I see a lot of nail techs do it to kind of like blend in the tip to the natural nails just to get that smooth surface. Personally, I mean, I'm not a nail tech, but personally I don't think that step is necessary. However, for this one, I feel like I did need to blend it a little bit because usually this would be like the center, like the middle of the tip, so it was a lot thicker than the part that I would actually be gluing onto my nails, if that makes sense. So I did want it to be a little bit thinner, which is why I'm just going over it with my drill a couple times just to make it a little bit thinner before going in with my application. And I will tell you right now, while I am using this drill a little bit, like I haven't even used it to actually file for real, but when I tell y'all this drill is actually so smooth whenever I'm using it, like I can just like, I already love it so much. But for my application, I'm going to be using some acrylic, and this is actually a new acrylic that I got from Not Polish. I got it in the same package as that pink color I used in my last video. So this is my first time using it, and it's called like Soft Peach, and it was such a pretty cover color, so I knew for sure I wanted to use it for like a base. And for this application, I would say I really enjoyed it. This was honestly one of my best applications. I really liked it, and usually when it comes to duck nails, it's always so complicated when I'm trying to do my application, because I feel like I just need to go in with way more beads than I need to or I would, because the tips are wider than the rest of the nail. It just, you know, I kind of just have that always in the back of my mind. But I was pretty consistent with this application. On all of my nails, I pretty much did the same bead, the same placement. So for my first bead, you saw me go in with like a normal size bead, I guess, and I placed it right where I glued on my nail tip. And the beads aren't really watery, they aren't like drying really fast, they are honestly so perfect. So I feel like throughout this entire thing, my application was pretty consistent. Me trying to pick up the same amount of acrylic, like the monomer inside of my brush, I stayed really consistent with it, and that's just something I don't really do a lot, to be honest, because I'm always rushing. But for this one, I can tell when I'm excited to do a nail set, because it just comes out so much better than a lot of my other ones. But for my second bead, I placed it right above my first one and blended that down. Usually I would try to go right in for the tip and blend it upwards, but that just leaves like a really big dip right in the center of my nail. And then I have to go back in and just fill it in even after my cuticle bead. For my third bead, that's when I went in towards my tip. There was like a little piece on like the edge of it. Of course, I do have to add just a little bit more sometimes, because the tips are a lot wider than the rest of the nail. It does make sense that sometimes I will have to go back and fill in an area. But for my last bead, I do place it up at the cuticle area, not placing it too close to the skin, but just close enough where it's almost touching. And once I place it, I do give it some time. It's not like running all over the place, so I do dip my brush back into the monomer and then push it up towards my cuticle, making sure it's not getting on my skin, and then just basically forming it out, blending that down. And that's pretty much how my application went. Like I said, I was really consistent, and I just really thought this was so satisfying, to the point where I had to show all of my nails. I did speed it up a little bit just so it doesn't take really long to get through it. But I really love this application, and there was times I had to like just add a little bit more in some areas, and you will see that. But for the most part, I think you guys will enjoy this application. Like, it was just really satisfying. This Not Polish acrylic is so buttery. Definitely one of my favorite top 3 brands to use. I'm also using their monomer, their round damping dish, and I'm also using, I can't remember what brush I was using. I think this is a bombnails brush, a size 10, I believe. I can't really remember, but if I see the handle throughout the video, I will like put it in the video what brush I use. But yeah, I just love this application, and there's not really much to talk through after this part, so I am just gonna let you guys watch my application play out. And if you are enjoying today's video so far, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below. It will really help out my channel, and I would really appreciate it. So with that being said, I am just gonna leave you guys here until I'm done with my application, and then we can start talking back a little bit more about the drill and my thoughts and opinions on the drill and dust collector. So after my application, this is how all of my nails look. I did give them some time to completely dry, and this is what they look like. And I think I did a pretty good job with the application. Like I said, I really did like it for the millionth time. But yeah, there was like a time where I just didn't like duck nails at all, but I have slowly started to like them recently. When they became popular, I started to see them a lot. And when I first tried them, I was just like, I fell in love with it, honestly. So now it doesn't hurt for me to like do a duck nail set here and there. I'm pretty sure there's some viewers that are watching that were just like me that couldn't stand them, and now they have like gotten at least the tiniest soft spot for them and actually enjoy them now. So I was really loving how this turned out, especially since I did use my coffin tips and turned them into duck tips. I feel like if I used the actual duck tips I had, I wouldn't like them as much because the foundation, like the shape of the nails, the overall look just wouldn't be how I wanted it to be. So whenever I do duck nails, that's probably the way I will do them. But yeah, so for the filing, I am using my dust collector, and I'm just starting off with some simple filing. Of course, filing my sidewalls and the sides of my nails, just basically shaping them up. The only shaping that's going on with these duck nails is the sidewalls, basically, because I can't really shape the free edge of my nails. I do have to shape that one with my e-file because the straight file just cannot get those angles. So I'm pretty much just shaping up my nails and then going over my surface to make sure everything is pretty much nice and smooth, or just getting out any lumps or anything. You know, just making sure it's all one even surface. If I need to do any more debulking to the nails, I will do that whenever I pull out my e-file and file around my cuticles and seal that area in. But for now, I'm just doing some simple filing with my hand file, and I am using my dust collector. So for the most part, I think this dust collector do work pretty good. I was surprised at how well it worked, especially with it being really small like this. I also was kind of worried if I would be able to actually hold my hand over it. Since it is so small, I thought I would kind of like lose sight, and I thought I wouldn't be able to keep my hand in one place, if that makes sense. Like I thought I would have it this place, but my hand would kind of drift in another area. If that makes sense, I don't know if that makes sense, but I was able to keep my hand over it. There was some times I had to like pull it down a little bit just to make it a little bit more comfortable for me, but I was able to keep my hand over it, and I think it did a pretty good job at collecting the dust. With the exception of like the dust that's on my hand, of course that's pretty normal. But for the most part, whenever I was done filing with my hand file and also my e-file, there's usually dust over like my phone that I'm using to record, or if I have my iPad next to me listening to like a true crime documentary, there's dust on my iPad. And sometimes, you know, that's pretty normal. But whenever I was finished using this dust collector, I did not have any dust anywhere. Like I didn't even have to wipe it off the slightest with my brush. So I think that speaks for itself. However, I am ready to see how well it suctions whenever like the filter gets a little bit full, because I am working on a brand new filter right now, so that could have a lot to do with it. But for the most part, it did work pretty good, and I'm pretty satisfied with it. This will definitely be my go-to, especially with it being like really convenient in size. I just love it overall. And now you see me taking that round drill bit and my new drill again, and I'm just sealing around my cuticle areas, making sure there's nothing on my skin. I'm also going at the free edge of my nail and just getting that curve, making it look a little bit nicer, going over the surface of my nails. There wasn't really any more debulking I would say I have to do, but I'm just so used to just going over the surface of my nails with my file anyway. So I am doing that, and of course getting underneath my nail and just making the overall appearance look so much nicer. So rating both of these products, I would have to give them a 20 out of 10. Like, I don't know if I'm just biased or not. I don't know how I could be biased though, but yeah, my reviews on these products are always 100% my opinions, and I know I like repeat a lot of stuff, but I just love these products from MelodySusie so much. So if you haven't tried them, I really recommend them. I know they can be a little priced. I think this dust collector is like $89, or it might have been for the drill, I'm not sure, but I will have them linked down below for y'all to check out. And like I said, you can use my discount code to save some money off, which I believe is Key12. I have it on the screen. Yeah, I do love these products a lot. So thank you, MelodySusie, for always sending me new products to try. I enjoy each and every one of them. And yeah, I'm just gonna continue using my file to file up my nails, which was pretty simple and easy. I usually take so long when it comes to filing duck nails, but since my application was pretty good, it didn't really take that long. And that's pretty much what's happening with the filing process. I am almost done. So I will just let you guys go ahead and watch the rest of this play out. So there was just a different angle that you can see the dust actually being suctioned into the dust collector. I really love those angles when I'm working with new products like this, so I had to give it a try, not really thinking too much, because the last time I tried that angle I was just overthinking it and it did not turn out right at all. So I just gave y'all a quick angle of where you can see the dust actually being suctioned, and I think that was pretty satisfying if you ask me. And that's pretty much all I'm doing for my filing process. Whenever I'm done using my e-file, I do buff over the surface of my nails, and I finish off like all of my filing going right back in with my hand file just once again, because after using my buffer I don't want anything to dull out, or if I accidentally hit like the corner of my nail or like the sidewalls, I just go back in and just refresh everything just to crispen everything up. And that's basically how I end off all of my filing. I know that part isn't usually in my videos, but that's what I do for every nail set. And that basically wraps up this video. I know I just did an application, unboxed some products, and just filed my nails, but I do have a part 2 to this video, and I'm gonna be posting it tomorrow. I already got it edited, recorded, of course. I'm gonna do the voiceover right after this one, so technically, as you guys are listening to this, it is already done. And if you want to see like the design I did on these nails, make sure that you turn on my post notifications if you don't already, so that you guys can see the part 2. I don't want to include that into this video because this unboxing and filing my nails, I did just want to make sure that I took time and like really gave you guys my thoughts and opinions and let you guys see how the products work. So I didn't want to plug that into this video because honestly that probably would have been an hour video. So yeah, I just didn't want to do it. Even if you guys didn't mind, I just couldn't bring myself to do it. So yeah, I will have a part 2. If you want to see how the design looks, I will be posting that tomorrow. So yeah, thank y'all for watching today's video. Let me know what you thought about the MelodySusie products and how you like the foundation of my nails for my design. There was just something about the foundation that I knew I would love how the design actually looks, so I was so excited to complete them. And let me just tell y'all, they look so good, so I cannot wait for y'all to see how they end up turning out. So yeah, that concludes today's video. Let me know what you thought about today's product unboxings and my application, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.